My name is Max. This is Music Nerd Productions. Welcome to my channel. This is a little intro for you guys. Just letting you know what my channel's about. In title and the name, I'm a music nerd. I love music. I love many types of music, mostly rap, hip hop, R&B, rock, some alternative stuff. But this channel will consist of reviews, album reviews, new music reviews, songs, etc. All that kind of stuff that involves music. I'd like to just introduce you guys to my channel, and if you guys could leave a like, subscribe, and a comment, I'd greatly appreciate it. Thanks. Alright, hey, what's up guys? It's Max. Music Nerd Productions. Baby? Alright. Well, you would be wondering why I have these papers in my hand, and what does this mean? You know what? Let me explain. So, a lot of people have been talking about this top 50 rappers of all time list that's been going around. You know, Twitter's been clowning on it. Joe Budden number 3. I love Joe, but come on. DMX ain't even in the top 10. Come on. Alright. Well, I'm here to do my top 10. Or my top 10. My top 50 of all time. This will consist of my opinion of rappers. My top 50. So, don't get booty tickled in the comment sections if your rapper didn't make my top 50. Because that's your favorite rapper, not mine. Alright, but I gotta explain these rules though. Because there's some rules that will consist here of things that will consist of what I will consider a top 50 rapper. So, number 1, impact to the culture. So, that entails impact that they've done in the culture, outside of the culture, like anything, like how Jay has Rock Nation, how Tupac had a movement, stuff like that. Number 2, bodies of work. That consists of literally what it entails, bodies of work. Rapping skills, number 3, and the final one. This will consist of their rapping skills, how good they rap, and so forth. So, if you don't see Lil Pump on here, it's because he can't rap. Yeah. So, let's get this started, alright? And sorry if me holding the papers bother you. I'll try to keep it as quiet as possible. So, top 50 rappers of all time. Number 1, the notorious B.I.G. Biggie, baby. What can I say that hasn't been said? You would be wondering why he's over Tupac or maybe Eminem or whatever. It's the rapper that when I was growing up listening to rap, I listened to Biggie Smalls more than any other rapper, even more than Tupac, even more than Jay, even more than M. Biggie is the notorious B.I.G. He is one of the best lyrical rappers of all time. He doesn't have that many bodies of work, but you gotta respect what he's put in the culture. Well, let's move on. Number 2, Tupac. And funny as that, it's number 2 is Tupac. So, yeah, Tupac. Well, again, I don't have to say much here. Tupac is Tupac Shakur. He is who he is. He had a movement. People still talk about Tupac today. Even young people still talk about Tupac. He is probably considered one of the greatest artists of all time. And he will be on most people's top 10. So that's all really I have to say. Legendary artist. Number 3, I spoke about him earlier, Jay-Z. Jigga. Hove. This man is an icon. He will live till however long he lives till, but his legacy is unforgettable. He has some of the best bodies of work I've heard in rap. He is a phenomenal artist. He is battle tested. He knows how to rap. He had one of the best rap battle feuds with Nas. And all I have to say is, Rock Nation, it's Jay-Z. Come on. Number 4, Eminem, Slim Shady. If you guys don't know who Eminem is, I don't know why you guys are watching my videos. Lately, I can say that I really haven't been a big fan of his. I really liked Kamikaze, but his last 3 albums before Kamikaze were kind of trash. That's just my opinion. You can take that how you will. But Eminem will still go on to being one of the greatest artists of all time. And I think what his fault is that a lot of the times he has lackluster projects. Like, a lot of his albums are really good, but some of his albums are really trash. So, he's hit or miss. That's why he's number 4. Number 5, Ice Cube. You would be wondering why Ice Cube would be on number 5 for me. Ice Cube, in my opinion, now take this how you will, is and always will be the best member of NWA. In my order, it would be Ice Cube, Dre, and then Eazy-E. No offense, Eazy-E didn't really write any of his raps. Ice Cube wrote all of his raps for him. He had one of the best diss tracks of all time, No Vaseline. It's Ice Cube. Come on. And America's Most Wanted. One of the best albums ever made. Classic. DMX. Number 6. Come on, Rough Rider. Come on. It's DMX. It's in himself not being in the top 10 is a disgrace. Because the man has dropped bodies of work that will test the time. He is one of the greatest artists that has ever lived. And people will remember the name DMX. He's been talked about for so many years. I remember when he dropped Rough Riders. I remember when just like the movies that he was in. This guy was all over the place. DMX was an icon. That's all I have to say. Number 7. I talked about his rival at number 3, Nas. A lot of people would be like, whoa, Nas isn't in the top 5? Yeah, Nas isn't in my top 5. I respect Nas. I think he's a great artist, but I always prefer Jay-Z before Nas. Nas is the best artist that came from that period in time. He was really good. He had tremendous rap skill. The dude had one of the best, again, battles with another top tier artist like Jay-Z, and pretty much a lot of people could say that he beat Jay. Some people say Jay beat him. I'm not going to get into that today. Maybe another time. But Nas, number 7. Number 8, Lil Wayne. I'm going to try to speed this up here because I don't want this video to be like 30 minutes long. But number 8, Lil Wayne. I don't really have to say anything about Lil Wayne. Young Money, Cash Money, Birdman's Prodigy. Literally half of the rappers that are out today all inspired by Lil Wayne. So that's all I have to say. He's an icon. Number 9, Black Thought. With the Roots. Black Thought, really amazing artist. He really isn't in the 9th spot because of his bodies of work, because I don't count the groups. I count his, but the two just are phenomenal artist. And if you haven't heard Black Thought, go listen to him. Number 10, Kendrick Lamar. You guys are like, whoa, 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 hold up. Kendrick Lamar, number 10? You crazy. I'm clicking off this video right now. Listen to me. This is my opinion first. Second, Kendrick Lamar will be one of those artists that in 10, 20 years, people will talk about him like they talk about Biggie or Tupac or Jay. And I'm telling you this is facts. Tupac, Biggie, and Jay have solidified themselves as a big name. Kendrick is a big name right now, but he'll be a huge, super mega star in 10 plus years. I mean, he's already there, but more time will make him greater. That's facts. Now, moving on. Number 11, Ghostface. Ghostface, come on. Wu-Tang. It's Ghostface. Lyrical bar breakdown. Like, the dude is a monster with his solo projects when they were in Wu-Tang. Come on. That's all I have to say. Number 12, Pusha T. In my opinion again, best artist of good music. Pusha T is literally have gotten better with time. He had dropped one of the best albums of the year last year. And that stuff with Drake, that was crazy. I've never seen Drake so vulnerable in my whole life. Pusha T, number 12. Number 13. A lot of people complain that there was no women on that other list. Maybe they don't listen to women artists. I know a couple people who don't, which is kind of crazy. But me, I will put a woman. Maybe 2. Maybe 3. Who knows? 13. Ms.lauryn Hill. What do I have to say? She is an icon. She pretty much, a lot of women in the rap game look up to her. Like, I know a couple people like Rap City. There's a lot of different artists who see her and they're like, she's the one that made me start to rap. So she has to be iconic. She has to be in your top 20. If she's not, that's cool. But she's in mine. Number 14, Styles P. Another great artist. Like I said, I'm going to try to go through this a little bit faster, but I'm not going to really talk too much about Styles P. If you guys haven't heard of him, go check out his stuff. I mean, he's iconic. You guys should know who he is. 15, this is a little bit controversial, Tech 9. I honestly think Tech should be on everybody's top 20. Tech 9 is an artist from the Midwest. He created a big thing in the Midwest. A lot of people say, Twista, Eminem, but Tech did it a whole different way. His independence, the way he moves, like, he pretty much gets all 3 checked. All the 3 rules I said in the beginning, they're all checked off for Tech 9. He created strange music. Literally, he signs young artists all the time. The dude is a legend. I'm pretty sure if you were to talk to people like Logic, Jordan Lucas, Kendrick, and some of these younger guys, they'd say, hey, Tech 9 inspired me in some way. Because Tech 9 is a crazy artist. Let me talk about that flow too. Tech 9 has one of the craziest flows in the game. But that's beside the point. Let's move on. 16. King Slime, Drizzy Drake. 6 God. Yeah. I'm putting King Slime in 16. You guys are probably like, this guy's fucking crazy, bro. I came here to watch a top 50. This guy's telling me about Drake. Drake? Like, Soulja Boy. But, nah, Drake. Again, it's like Kendrick. This dude will get better with time. He's in the prime of his career right now. He literally dropped a little thing of old songs from 10 years ago or whatever, or however long ago, the care package, and it sold over 120,000 copies. That's crazy. That's how you know Drake has a movement of his own, dude. He's in a whole nother tier. Number 17, J.cole. J.cole, one of my favorite artists. And you're like, hold up, Max. If he's your favorite artist, why isn't he in your top 10? It's kind of hard to explain, but he is one of my favorite artists, but there was a point in time where me and J.Cole weren't really getting eye to eye. Like, I didn't really like his last project. I didn't really like his project, the one, For Your Eyes Only. Yeah, I didn't really like that one. And it was nothing against him, but he's still a phenomenal artist. Dreamville has such a big wave right now. If you're not listening to J. Cole right now, you're crazy. Go listen to him. Alright, number 18. I talked about his brethren up in the top 10, but Dr. Dre. Dr. Dre, a lot of people say, nah, he's just a producer, whatever, bro. Dr. Dre had some of the best records to date. I love every Dr. Dre song. You're like, nah, you don't love every Dr. Dre. Nah, I love every Dr. Forget about Dre. Next episode. Come on. Like, he has some classics. And the 2001 album, classic as hell. 19, Jadakiss. Phenomenal lyricist. Will test the time. I mean, if you want somebody to, like, go in on a record, on, like, a feature or whatever, you call Jadakiss. Jadakiss gonna kill that record. Jadakiss is a monster on the mic. Straight facts. Number 20, R.I.P. Nipsey Hussle. And I'm not no Nipsey Hussle bandwagon. I've been listening to Nipsey for a couple years. And it was really tragic to really see what happened, hear what happened in California. That's crazy to me. Like I said, R.I.P. Nipsey. You deserve to be in anybody's top 20. You were a phenomenal artist, dog. 21, Lupe Fiasco. Lupe Fiasco, dude. A lot of people will be like, Lupe Fiasco, 21, you crazy. Lupe Fiasco had Food and Liquor, one of the best albums of all time. The dude is a phenomenal artist. He'll test the time. A lot of people will sleep on Lupe, and they need to stop, man. Lupe's a good artist. 22, Joey Badass. I remember when Joey Badass dropped his first album, and I was like, this is crazy. What a body of work. Joey is a really good songwriter and a really good artist. I know that he's written songs for a couple different artists. You know, you can call it whatever you want, ghostwriting, just assisting, whatever. The dude is phenomenal. 23, Andre 3000. One half of my favorite rap group of all time, Outkast. That's all I have to say. I'm just moving on because Outkast is the best group of all time, and I don't care what anybody says. Andre 3000, 23. 24, Scarface. Again, a lyrical monster, battle-tested. The dude is a beast. One of, the best MCs to pick up the mic. The dude is a monster. Scarface, come on. 25, one half of Bad Meets Evil. Also part of the group Slaughterhouse. Royce, the 5'9". Royce, dude, come on, bro. You know, a lot of people are like, oh, Eminem was the spitter. But Royce, bro, Royce be spitting. Royce has some really good projects. He can hold his own against a lot of rappers. A lot of rappers on this list. Probably your list, too. 26, T.I. The South wouldn't be the South if there was no T.I. That's all I have to say. T.I. had some of the best projects in the South. The dude had his own sound coming out of that southern region. And now the South is huge. Look at the Atlantic move. Look at the Atlantic. Like Atlanta. Just Atlanta, like Georgia in general, like in that area, just that southern area. Look at all those crazy rappers coming out of the Migos. You got Lil Baby, Gunna, all these crazy guys. And they all got their influence from who? T.I. Maybe not like the way they sound and stuff, but he's the one that made that movement. 27, Jeezy. Jeezy is, again, one of those southern rappers that came from the South. He made his movement. He had that whole that whole thing back in the day. I don't really remember because I was kind of young, but the whole like ice cream thing, where kids were even getting banned from wearing the shirts at school. Come on, that's a movement all on its own. And he has some crazy albums, some crazy project, and he would always sound super distinctive. You know, it was Jeezy on the track just by the way he sounded. 28. Everybody's like, "Where's Snoop Dogg? Where's Snoop Dogg?" Maybe you're not. Maybe you're like, "I don't give a fuck about Snoop Dogg." But Snoop Dogg's on here. 28. Snoop Dogg. To be honest with you, I'm not a huge fan of Snoop. A lot of people are going to be like, "Oh, well, I'm definitely not subscribing." I'm sorry. He's just not my kind of music. Like, it's cool. Like, West Coast rap is dope, but it's just not me. Like, I'm not a huge fan of Snoop. I don't think that he should be lower or higher in this list. I think 28, 25 is a perfect, like, range where he should be in my list. In your list, he might be higher. He might be in your top 10. I respect Snoop. He innovated a huge wave in the West Coast. But he's just not my cup of tea. But I do respect him. So that's why I put him on my list. 29, Big Boy. The other half of my favorite group of all time, Outkast. That's all I have to say. Again, Outkast, best group of all time. And if you don't like it, too fucking bad. Number 30. This one's going to be a little bit controversial. If you can read my hat here. And read the back. I am a huge Logic fanboy. I know a lot of people think he's a cornball and whatever. I genuinely don't give a fuck what anybody thinks. I love Logic. I'm going to see him in concert here when he comes in October. I've been listening to Logic since like 2013. I've listened to all his mixtapes. I've listened to all his albums. The reason I didn't put him in my top 10 is because I knew people were going to be hella mad, but I do consider him really up there. I did put him in my top 30 because I started looking around and I started finding other rappers, and Logic's still really new to the game, so he still has a lot of time to build himself. He is my favorite rapper, in my opinion, one of my favorite rappers of all time. At least in this generation. I should be more specific. 31, Joe Budden. I told you I'd put Joe on this list, but he's definitely not number 3. Well, that has to do with his projects alone. He has, like, only a couple good songs. I really like his good songs, but he doesn't have, like big impacted songs like Dre or like Jay-Z. Like, a lot of people only know Joe because of the podcast now. And I'm not saying that that's a bad thing. And don't get me wrong. I actually liked Joe before the podcast or before he was on Everyday Struggle. I used to listen to a lot of Slaughterhouse. I used to listen to his solo stuff. He has really good bodies of work, and he's super battle tested. 10 years battle tested. The dude is a monster on the mic. 32, 50 Cent. 50 is one of those dudes that innovated the game. When he came out, everybody was talking about 50 Cent. I didn't know one person who didn't know 50 Cent. Even people who don't listen to rap, they hear the name 50 Cent and they're like, "Oh, I know who that is. It's 50 Cent." Yeah, so there you go. 50 Cent. 32. 33. LL Cool J. I gotta put LL on 33. LL innovated the 90s, man. Crazy artist. The dude is battle tested. The dude knows how to rap. He had some great projects. A lot of people take a lot of influence from Cool J. That's all I have to say. 34, Raekwon, another member of Wu-Tang. For me, bro, Raekwon, one of my favorite members of Wu-Tang, by the way. But I did put Ghostface before him just because of lyrical differences, but Raekwon's dope as hell. 35, The Game. Another rapper that the whole beef with him and 50, obviously a lot of people could compare 50 Cent and The Game, and I honestly think The Game is not as good as 50 Cent because his impact, even though the documentary is a super classic album, literally has no skippables in my opinion. The Game is awesome, but 50 trumps him a little bit. But 35 is still a good place to be. 36, Ricky Rose, Rick Ross, The Boss. And all I have to say is Maybach Music. He pretty much like found Meek Mill. The dude has some good artists like Gunplay. He has Wale. The dude is boss. Literally what he says himself. He's a boss. Because he knows like the rap game. He's 10 albums in. Check out Port of Miami 2. That shit is fire. 37. Another woman. Lil Kim. A lot of people be like, you listen to Lil Kim? Yeah, listen to Lil Kim here and there. Lil Kim has some good songs. She can rap. She's a hella good rapper. But a lot of people get this whole like misunderstanding that women are only good at like talking about having sex and doing other nasty things and whatever. But that's not true, man. She's a good rapper. Hella good. She could probably lyrically break down half of these people on this list. Okay, maybe not half, but she could go head to head. Bun B, another southern rapper from the South. I remember hearing him on a lot of projects. He's not really like big now, but back in the day, a lot of features. A lot of people had him featured on songs. His voice, again, another one of those like really distinctive voice. You could tell he was on the track. 39, Busta Rhymes. I mean, the dude can literally rap his ass off. Like the dude's like, da-da-da-da-da-da. It's like a machine gun going off. Crazy artist. One of those dudes that just kills it on the mic. He's been in movies. He's done other stuff. Like, Busta Rhymes, crazy guy. All I can remember is that I remember when he killed Michael Myers in that really shitty Halloween. What was it, like Halloween 5? Yeah, that was crazy, but whatever. Good. Go on. 40, Meek Mill. Talked about Rick Ross, 36. I gotta put Meek on my top 50. A lot of people be like, Meek? Nah, man, I really fucked with Meek for a long time, and then like that whole thing with Drake happened back to back, and then people stopped fucking with him, and he started popping pills, and other shit was speculating. The whole thing, free Meek. Yeah, I'm glad he's free now. His last album was crazy. Dude's awesome, man. I gotta put him number 40. 41, Method Man. Another Wu-Tang. Method Man, one of the craziest members of Wu-Tang, actually, in my opinion. Dude is dope as hell. 42, Mase. I mean, it's hard to explain. Honestly, go check out some of Mase's stuff. You can look it up on Spotify, Apple, whatever, streaming platform, YouTube. Go listen to some of his music. Dude is good. If you like lyrical shit, that's the stuff to listen to. Big Pun, another one of those ones, another hard artist to explain, but go check out his stuff. Dude's crazy on the mic. Dude is super battle tested. Crazy, crazy artist. 44. A lot of people are going to be like, yo, this guy has to put Kanye West in his top 50? I'm getting there. 44, Kanye West. I'm going to be honest with you. Kanye, in the last 3 years has really let me down. I think he has some of the best albums of all time. Some of his new stuff is kind of shit, but his old stuff is really good. He's brought in some really good artists, Pusha T, Kid Cudi, Big Sean, into good music. I think he's a great producer. I think he has a great ear for music, and I think he'll be a legend in his own right. I think he's just a little crazy, but that's an opinion. Some people might think he's awesome. I think he's a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. But whatever. 45, Big Krit. Big Krit is one of those dudes that gets on the mic and you know it's him. Crazy ass artist, can really rap his ass off. Dude has some crazy bodies of work. He's not that popular, which is really unfortunate. I feel like he should get his shine. Give that man his flowers. He hasn't been that recognized, but I feel like one day he will be. 46, Prodigy. R.I.P. Prodigy. Dude is a legend. People will never forget his music. I think he's a really good artist, and if you never heard of him, you should go give him a listen. 47, Big Sean. Another artist from good music that I really enjoy. Not really the greatest lyricist. He does have some really corny lines, but he can rap. He can rap, and he has some really good bodies of work. I really like Sean's work. I think he is probably one of my favorite, next to Pusha T, from good music. Number 48. This is probably one of the youngest artists probably on my list. Denzel Curry. Honestly, I love all of Denzel Curry's projects except for one. The one with Ultimo. I love all of the I listened to a new project that he just dropped. The one before that is my album of the year, the one from last year. That was the album of the year for me, in my opinion. Best album. Dude is a legend. In his own right, he will be a legend. He is iconic. In my opinion, I think he will tell the test of time. 49, Tyler, the Creator. Odd Future, Wolfgang. 49, Tyler, the Creator. Odd Future, Wolfgang. Dude, he will be a legend one day. I know I've said that a lot in this list about a lot of these artists. The dude is young, up and coming. He dropped a really good album this year. He's dropped some really good projects. In my opinion, one of the best members of Odd Future. Even though I like Frank Ocean and Earl Sweatshirt a lot, but still, it's Tyler. Come on. Number 50, Kid Cudi, another good music artist. Dude, he made talking about suicide okay. Like, he really opened his heart to his fans. Kid Cudi has some really good music. He has one of my favorite albums, Soundtrack to My Life. I really love Kid Cudi. His sound is super different. He has that, like, melodic, like, style. And, like, he can actually really rap. He really can, like, rap really good, too. But, alright, guys, I think that's it. That's my top 50 of all time. Let me know what you guys think about my top 50 in the comment section. You guys could be brutal. You guys could be nice. It doesn't matter. It's my top 50. I really don't care. Like, I'm just letting my opinion out there. I feel like everybody's been doing that lately. But thanks for watching the video all the way through. I know this was a long one, and this is my first video. But my name's Max. This is Music Nerd Production. And I'm signing off. Peace.